Alright, this is JBM 2K5. It's about a third of the way into the season in 2013. I've always wanted to talk about Hack Wilson's 1930 season where he had 191 RBI for the MLB record, one of the most untouchable records they've always said. But let's be realistic here. Even though Miguel Cabrera, I'm putting up his projections through a third of the season going into Memorial Day, basically, where he's on pace for a 385 batting average, 48 home runs, 196 RBI, and 134 runs. Let's put this in perspective. He was the MVP Triple Crown winner of last season, and he had a career high 139 RBI. So if he was gonna do it, he'd have to hit 50 more RBI than he did in his Triple Crown season. So it really ain't realistically happening. So let's just talk about Hack. Pretty much everyone who's in the top 10, top 15 of the RBI record was in the era of the late 20s, early 30s, the golden age. Names like Lou Gehrig, Hank Greenberg from the Tigers even had 183 RBI. He's in third place. But Hack Wilson's 1930 season, he didn't even have any grand slams that year. And the year before that, he had 159 RBI. It's amazing that the Cubs had a player this good. Still no World Series since 1908. A-Rod, the only person, so let's get to the only person in the modern era to even come close or to average more. There's 162 games in an MLB season. The only person to average more than an RBI in the season in the modern era is Manny Ramirez in 1999. That was the Indians' hardcore heyday with Tomei, Jim Tomei, Omar Vizquel, Kenny Lofton, Manny Ramirez. When they got Jacobs Field, they had a hardcore swag back then. But actually, Hack Wilson only had 190 RBI until a stat correction in the 1980s, which gave him 191 RBI, added him an RBI. So right now, Cabrera has 14 home runs and 57 RBI. That's just insane. What is he really going to get? And this is a Tigers fan perspective because I watch him every day. I think he's just on fire this year. He's off to a better start than his Triple Crown year of last year. I mean, you cannot limit this guy. You cannot fast forward any of his at-bats with your DVR. You could fast forward over like the number 9 hitter if Santiago's hitting that day or something, or Avila who's hitting like a $175 any lower, and you could sell his batting average at the Dollar Tree. You could fast forward that, but you can't fast forward Fielder or Cabrera. Single up the middle, single up the middle. Oh, home run to right field. That was also the era, 1930s, 1920s, when half the stadiums didn't even have outfield. It just went and went. That's why Cabrera could get into the 150s. I think he has a chance to get into the 150s. I mean, if he gets into the 160s, that'd be insane because Comerica Park in right center field, it just goes and goes. So if you just hit it into that alley, and that's one of his sweet spots to right center field. There's an indent where the scoreboard is, so he hits a lot of home runs at the sharp porch, and he also gets it into that gap of the scoreboard and clears the bases. 140 plus, 150 plus, capable. He's definitely gonna get 130 this year. So I'm gonna say comfortably 144 is my prediction. This was JBM 2K5. Click on the channel for more sports discussions. This was the Hack Wilson and Miguel Cabrera discussion for the MLB RBI record in 2013. I'm out. You could hate me now.